name is Rory Traynor. I am originally from Chester, New Hampshire. My home parish is Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal in Hampton, New Hampshire. I first thought about priesthood when I was probably about 7 or 8, and I had gone to my first Mass with my father, who was coming back into the faith. I guess I came home telling my mother I wanted to be a Catholic priest, which for her was rather funny because I probably had never seen a priest before my whole life. Before entering seminary, I'd worked for my father and I worked for my brother, accounting work and repairs and maintenance work, respectively. And I certainly enjoyed the work a lot, but priesthood was something that sort of stayed on my mind, and I realized I had to do something if I was going to really think about it. Life at the seminary is sort of a unique experience, I think. Some people sort of think of it like a monastery in some sense, where this is true in some ways. We have times for prayers, time for study, times to just get together with friends. We generally keep sort of a college schedule of sorts throughout the year. So, summer's off, you have Christmas break, Thanksgiving break. But during the regular day-to-day life, there's a lot of time for prayer, personal discernment, study, you're going to classes, you're doing pastoral work. And in these ways, they kind of use all these different avenues to really try to get you into what a life of a priest should look like and help you to discern who you are and who God is calling you to be throughout all of those different elements. The surprise about seminary? Probably that I liked it. I expected to go there for like a year and probably get kicked out or be told that I didn't, or find out I wasn't supposed to be there. I really came to love the studies, came to love the guys I worked with, loved the faculty that I worked with, just found a lot of wonderful, really holy men to work with, and that was a real blessing. I find seminary to be, while a very wonderful experience, it's also a very intense experience, because you kind of go in and you're sort of looking at all these different aspects to your life, who you were before, who you might be in the future, who you are currently, and you try to see how it all fits together, and that comes through going through spiritual direction, going through speaking to the faculty, etc., working with friends. Am I finding that I'm growing in love, I'm growing in virtue, I'm growing in etc. If you're considering priesthood, you got to get yourself a wise person to be with, and maybe that's your pastor, maybe it's another priest you know, or just a wise friend, someone you can talk about these things with. There's no point in the seminary where you have to Lone Ranger it, and there shouldn't be a point in your priesthood where you should Lone Ranger it. So getting to the habit now of having good friendships and spiritual friendships that you can have a good relationship with somebody and actually just talk about what you're going through and understanding yourself better, that can be super helpful. Staying close to the sacraments, staying close to the church, staying close to the Eucharist, that has to be really important in your life. If you haven't gotten into a regular prayer habit, that's it. I would say those 3 things. You got to be able to talk to somebody, you got to stay close to the church, and you got to get a prayer life. The most rewarding part of seminary, I think it's just, for me, it's seeing how, in some sense, God works despite me, and also because of me. And it's fascinating because I think that there's a sense in which guys enter in, and I'm as guilty as this as anybody, going in and think, oh, we're gonna go in and we're gonna save the priesthood, or we're gonna do all these great things for God, and God just sort of slowly kind of like, okay, that's not what's gonna happen. Watch how I can use you despite you, but also watch how I can work through you.